Hi students, welcome to another episode of revision class. Today we are going to revise our lesson for our annual examination. So we know that our portions are over. So we will revise our portions once again for getting a better mark for our annual examination. Okay. So I think all of you read your textbook every day. Then if you have any doubt, ask me. So if you have any doubt for the subjects you study in the class, you can ask your concerned teachers for clear your doubts. Okay children, so let's start. So today we will revise. This is a revision class for chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances. Motion and measurement of distances. So we know that in this lesson we discuss about motion. What do you mean by motion? Motion means a substance, that means, or a thing have any change from its positions from one place to another. What happened to that? Yes, we can say that that thing have in motion. That means if we know that example for motions. The vehicles run through the road, running through the roads. Then another example we can say that the earth move, the motion of the earth, then the motion of the fan, then motion of the car, vehicle, etc. Where example for motion we already learned. Okay, then do you know what is the history or the story of transport? We know in the earlier period or during ancient time what is the means of transport used by the human beings. We know that they use their food for transportation facilities. They use their bare food for traveling from one place to another. They use their food for transport facilities. Okay, then they after finding wheel, they make bullock carts, driven carts, then etc. for bullock carts etc. where they invented. From that they can understand for making vehicles or making vehicles. It is very helpful for they are traveling. They travel one long distances through by using their food. So it is very difficult. It takes lots of time for traveling from one place to another, and also some health issues are also caused due to their ancient mode of transport. So we know that our country is developed, the human beings are developed, so they find different types of inventions in the field of transportations. We know that in our transport system consists of three main transport system. First one, air transport, water transport, air, water, and land transport. We know on land there are two types of road system and railway systems are there. So road system means the roads, the way are made by making smooth and roads by mixing stone chippings and tar. Then finished roads are there. Through the roads the vehicles are move very fast. Then railway systems are also there. In railway system, monorail, metro rail, tram, etc. were invented. So these all facilities are were helpful for the human beings to travel. Then next we know that which is the fastest air transport, aeroplane. Aeroplane was the fastest air transport we use, because we use aeroplanes to travel from one place to another if within a short period of time. For example, if we travel from America to India, so it's other part of the world. So what happens? We can travel within a short period of time to one country from another country. So next we use water transport. We know that water transport invented ships, yachts, then what boat, etc. where find submarines, then etc. where they are. So these are used for transporting from one bank of the river to other banks of the river. These are the different inventions arised in the human beings. So they invented a lot of vehicles for their transporting facilities. So that all still we use nowadays for our transportations. Okay. Then we know that. Next we know that in this lesson we discuss how to measure the length of disc with a string length, how to measure the length. Then some measurements we learned in this lesson. So first one, unit. Measurements means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. What do you mean by measurements? Measurements means measurements. Measurements means the comparison of an unknown quantity. The comparison of an unknown quantity with the with some known quantity. This is known as fixed quantity, that is called a unit. Fixed quantity, that is called a unit. Fixed quantity. Fixed quantity. It is called what? It is called unit. That is called what? That is called a unit. Okay. We know that the unit, the measurement part, it can be expressed in two parts. One part is the number, other is the one part. The other part is the unit of the measurement. Unit of the measurement. If we take the length of this blackboard from here to here, we get a number. We measure the length in which unit. Length we can take in centimeter or in meter. So if we take the length of this blackboard, so if we take the length of this blackboard 200 something like that. If we suppose it has 200 centimeter. So this is the unit measurement we get from the length of the blackboard. So it is a measurement consists of two parts. First part is the number. Then second part is the unit of that measurement. Okay. So like that we can measure what we can measure. Measure some length, breadth, width, etc. can be measured by using units. So standard units of measurements are also given in your textbook. Like 1 centimeter is equal to how many? 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 100 centimeter is equal to 100 centimeter, which is equal to 1 meter. 100 centimeter, which is equal to 1 meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter combined to form 1 meter. That is 1 centimeter, like 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So if we measure the length of any quantity in centimeter or meter, so it consists of two parts. First part is the number and second one is the unit part. So the number part, here 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter. Then we know that for measuring large distances, if we measure the length of something, we use in centimeter, measure the length in centimeter or in meter. So from this we can say 100 centimeter, 1 meter, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Mm means 10 millimeter. Okay. Then if we measure the long distances or large distances, we measure that large distances in which unit? In kilometer. In kilometer. Large unit, we define the large distances in which unit? In kilometer. That means 1 kilometer is equal to how many? How much meter? 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer which is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 meter which is equal to 1 kilometer. 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. Okay. Then some precautions are there. These are the standard measurements given in your textbook. You should study these standard measurements like 1 kilometer is equal to how many meter? 1000 meter. 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Then 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay. Then in your textbook, some precautions are given, or we should take care we need to understand some steps to take care to measure the length of something. So first of all, place the scale. We use meter scales for measuring length. Which is the instrument used for measuring length? Yes, meter scale. Meter scale. Meter scale is used for measuring the instruments. So it contains 100 centimeter. That means meter scale. 1 meter scale is used for measuring. So the meter scale times 1 meter. Then 100. How many centimeter? 100 centimeters are there. So here, if we use a meter scale, first of all we should place the scale in contact with the object along its length. Then we should always place the scale and the measuring scale in a correct contact with our eyes. Then correct position of the eyes is also important for taking measurements. Okay, then these are some important factors we should understand about how to measure something, how to measure the length or anything by using a meter scale. Okay, next measuring the length of a curved line. How we measure the length of a curved line? Yes, if we measure the length of a circle, in which instrument is which is used to measure the length of a curved this circle? We use a thread. We use a thread to measure the length of this circle. If we take a thread, then we place the thread from a fixed point, then to another point, then take that thread and put the thread into a meter scale. Then we can measure the length of that circle or that curved line. Okay. Then moving thing around us. Then we know that we know about motions. We know about what? Motions. There are different types of motions are there. We already learned. So first one, types of motions, straight line motion, then rotational motion, then rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means the objects move along a straight line, that is called a rectilinear motion. Example for rectilinear motions are given in your textbook. Sprinters in a 100-meter race is given. The vehicles moves along a straight track. These are example for rectilinear motion. Some example for circular motion is given. Motion of a fan. Then what? Next one, motion of a fan, etc. are example for circular motion. Okay. Then the electric fan or the clock by themselves are not moving from one place to another, but the blades of the fan rotates and so on. So that is called rotational motion. Then periodic motion. Then the to and from motion, the regular to and from motion of an object, that is called periodic motion. The motion of a child on a swing, then strings of a guitar or the membrane of drums being played are examples of periodic motion. Okay. Then when an object or a part of it repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time, that is called a periodic motion. So the different types of motions we learn in this chapter. Yes, we learn about 3 types of motion. Which are the 3 types of motions we learn in this lesson? Yes, first one, straight line motion. That means rectilinear motion. First motion, types of motions we learn in this lesson. Types of motion. First one, rectilinear motion. Then second one, periodic motion. Then third one, circular motion. For types of motion, first one, rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means straight line motion. The object moves along a straight line. The object moves along a straight line. Moves along a straight line. Are called rectilinear motion. Like example for rectilinear motions, the vehicles moves along a straight track. Then periodic motion means example for motion of a child on a swing. Motion of a swing. Then motion of a swing, then motion of the strings of a guitar, membrane of drums, etc. are example for periodic motion. Then circular motion, example for circular motion. Then motion of earth, then motion of fan, etc. are example for what? Circular motion. Okay, children. That's we learn in this lesson. Okay, that's it. So you should write. You should study motion and measurement of distances. In this lesson, we know that motion. What do you mean by motion? What are the different types of motions we learn? First, rectilinear motion, periodic motion, and circular motion. Then here we know that what is the means of mode of transport used by the human beings during ancient time or in the earlier period. Yes, they used their foot for traveling. After the invention of wheel, a great change in the mode of transport is happened. So they designed the wheel. Then thousands of years, then animals were used to pull carts that moved on wheels. Okay, then they invented boat, ships to transport from one place to another. Then they invent steam engine. Then different railway systems are also arised. Then later, what happened in the transport system? Yes, automobiles, motor cars, trucks, bus, etc. were invented by the human beings. Then monorail, supersonic aeroplanes, trains, spacecraft, etc. were arised. So then next some measurements given. Here we know that some measurements means here in this chapter we learn about measurements, how we take measurements for different things. If we take the measurement of this blackboard, we know that the length of the blackboard, width of the blackboard, length, width, breadth, etc. we can measure. So these are some measurements we taken. So we know that if we take the measurement of anything, that consists of two parts, the measurements. So measurements means the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity, that is this not fixed quantity, that is called unit. Okay, measurement expressed in two parts. One part is the number, the other part is the unit of measurement. For example, if we take the measurement of the length of the plywood, we know that we get a particular number, that is the length. If we consider 223 is the length of this blackboard, 223 centimeters. So it consists of two parts. First part is the number and the second part is the unit of the measurement. Okay, then we know that we measure the length in meter or in centimeter. That means 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 centimeter. So that is the length. If we measure the large distances, large length, we use the standard units like a kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to how much? Is 1000 meter. 1000 meter. We definitely you should study the quantities. 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? How much is 10 millimeter? So you should study well that. Okay, children. Then what are the steps we should do before we taking the measurement by using meter scale? Then we learn how to measure the length of a curved line. We use thread for measuring the length of a curved line. Then next we learn about that moving things around us. We know that so many things are moving around us. For example, given house, we know that some objects are at rest, some objects are in motion. Some objects are at rest and some objects are in motion. Rest, example for rest, house, table, clock, chair, etc. are in rest. If we take the chair, clock, etc. from that position to other position, then how it's changing position, but that things how? No motion. Okay, example for motions, we can say a flying bird, second hand of the clock, then a leaf blade of a fan, then motion of an ant, motion of a car, etc. are example for motion. Etc. are example for motion. Then there are three types of motions we learn in this lesson. First one, rectilinear motion, periodic motion and circular motion. Rectilinear motion means the motion of objects along a straight line is called rectilinear motion. Example, objects moves along a straight line. Objects moves along a straight line. Objects moves along a straight line. That means that means the vehicles moves along a straight track. Straight track on a straight road, etc. are example of rectilinear motion. Periodic motion means periodic motion. Periodic motion means the object repeats its motions after equal interval of time. The object repeats its motion after equal interval of time. That is called periodic motion. Example, the motion of a child in a swing, then the strings of a guitar, then the membrane of drums, etc. are example for periodic motion. Next one, circular motion. Circular motion means the object moves along a circular path. That motion is called the circular motion. So example, motion of earth, motion of the leaf blade of fan, then leaf blade of fan, etc. are example for what? Circular motion. Okay, children, that's it in this lesson. So you should what is the standard unit of length? Length in standard unit of length is meter. SI unit means standard unit. Okay. Okay, children, next we move on to our exercise portion. give two examples each of modes of transport used on land, water and air. So example for land we can say what are the example train, then car, jeep, lorry, etc. So many examples are we know. Next water, which are the example for water modes of transport? Ship, boat, yachts, then submarine, etc. are example for land water transport. Next air, aeroplane, jet, helicopter, then aircraft, etc. are example for air transport. Next one, fill in the blanks. 1 meter. 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 1 meter, 100 centimeter. 1 meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 5 kilometer is dash meter. 5 kilometer is equal to 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Therefore, 5 kilometer is equal to 5 into 1000 is equal to 5000. 5000 meter. 5000 meter. Okay. Motion of a child on a swing. Motion of a child on a swing is what? Motion of a child on a swing is periodic motion. The object moves along a the object repeats its motion after the equal interval of time. It is called the periodic motion. Motion of a child on a swing, that is an example for periodic motion. Next, motion of wheel of a bicycle. Motion of a wheel of a bicycle. What happens to the motion of the wheel of a bicycle if it is moving along a road? What happens? What is the movement of the wheel of the bicycle? Yes, it is moving a circular path. That motion of a wheel is called a circular motion or rotational motion. Circular motion or rotational motion. Sorry, rotational motion. Rotational motion. Okay, then next one, why can a piece or a footstep not be used as a standard unit of length? That we cannot use a footstep to get a standard unit of length, but it's a standard unit. SI unit of length, that is meter. We can only measure the length in meter. Standard unit of length is meter. Why it is not measured in footstep? Because the footstep measurement does not give an accurate value or accuracy for the measurements. Okay. Precision and accuracy not get from if we measure the length by using footstep. Then arrange the following lengths in their increasing magnitude: 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 kilometer, 1 millimeter. What? First one, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. Then 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay. Then next one, the height of a person is, you should arrange the increasing order of that length. Okay. Then you should write the arranging order of 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 kilometer and 1 millimeter. Then write the answer into a notebook and send it to me. Okay, children? Okay. This is a work for science. Then the height of a person is also given. Okay, next here is a problem. Then some problems are also given in your textbook. Express this into kilometer. That is 3250 meter is given. Express this distance into kilometer. So next some examples also given. Question answer type is given. Problems I will give the answer in the video through WhatsApp. Okay, children. Next, give two examples of periodic motion. Give two examples of periodic motion. Periodic motion means the motion of an object. The motion of an object repeats every after motion repeats after every equal interval of time. That is called periodic motion. Example, motion of a swing, then motion of the string of a guitar, membrane of tabla, etc. are example for that. Next, motion of the needle of a sieving machine. What is motion of the needle of a sieving machine is an example for what? Which type of motion? Yes, periodic motion. Which type of motion? periodic motion. Okay, so children, so that's it in your text in this lesson. So children, you should write all the answers in your notebook, and you should study well for your examination, annual examination. Okay children, thank you. Let's wind up the class.